It's Madden NFL 23. And coming up, we'll see the electric Kyler Murray. After his last game, now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Cards and the Colts, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Indianapolis Colts and the Arizona Cardinals. Brandon Gaunt alongside Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Colts in this matchup. It's a relatively balanced offense. The next-gen stats kind of bear that out. What do you think they'll be looking to do in this one?
I think it'll be exactly what you just talked about. They'll want to be balanced on offense, which means to them, they'll want everyone involved. See if they can get some one-on-ones in the passing game. Maybe identify some situation where they can swing the ball to the backs in space. Even find some spots where they just want to play some old-fashioned power football. As one of the most successful coaches in the league told us once, the definition of balanced offense, that means you can do what you want when you want to, not necessarily just running it 50% of the time and throwing it the same percentage.
Blue, go away.
Two teams
Go
more
away.
than ready to get this one started. And off we go on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. The Cardinals making their way out, and it's the #1 overall pick in 2019, Kyler Murray at the helm.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go for 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
First play and a first pass from Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful of throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
First carry for James Conner. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, well, he should have touched it more last week. They made that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw pulled in by Hopkins. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts 33. A gain there of 21 yards. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally, and then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Conner going to get it again on second down. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Able to get this one to McBride. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 14. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
They brought in a heavy set on third down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation, and sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
On first and 10 is Conner. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
not a run that you got to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Murray to the right side, and he's got more complete. And the Cardinals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. Nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute.
He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Rondale Moore, his 9th touchdown of the season. And this is a crew that come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever until you find some opportunity out here. The Saints fine. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, so you get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So now the Colts will get their first opportunity with a football. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. Oh, nice move. And this is going to be a Colts first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Taylor. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. The Colts have 5 and 11 on the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
All right.
Now Willis on the bootleg. Rolling to his right. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. 3rd down, it's Willis. Dancing to his left. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Malik Willis, 14 yards. And the Colts respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Extra point good by Prater, and we are tied at 7. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was Malik Willis who took it in himself to cap things off. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. Partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him. Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
Flush to his right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's got decent yardage.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
3rd and 2, and here's Murray. On the slant, DeAndre Hopkins. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get advantage that way.
Counter on first down, not going to get a whole lot. Maybe a couple. 2nd down coming up.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain. Our
score after 1. Back in Arizona, 2nd quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Quiddy Pay getting in there and burying him behind the line.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 43. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Murray a give. This is counter. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Shotgun now from Murray. Steps away. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. He'll return it from the 6. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 60 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
And this one out quickly to James. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Now Willis to throw. This one completes Alec Pierce. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Meanwhile, Willis' throw pulled in by Woods. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his target, made it a nice, easy catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Throwing again on 2nd down. Willis. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals 23. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
And a short gain here down to the 22. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Right side complete. That's Woods. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. And if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. They'll run here with Taylor. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively here on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
looking this time for Woods, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Cardinals are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, Parker, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, defensively to prevent them from turning into points for the other side.
Being chased out left. And this one too low.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Murray. Quick slant completes into Njoku. And they're going to get this up to midfield. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Murray's throw complete there to Moore. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Murray to air it out again. Screen pass to Connor. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll fake it to Connor. Now Murray. And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. The Colts going to take over now late in this first half. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to try to put something together here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. Pretty fortunate there, the interception that ended the last drive, and then boom, the first pass here almost picked on this drive.
Yeah, I think you could definitely call him to question his decision-making here in the first half.
Certainly not the best of decisions there. Lucky that one wasn't picked. He's got Granson over the middle. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 44-yard line. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season needs to be decided.
Hey, we get it. No time to waste. Playoffs starting next week. For halftime and get back to the action. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Colts ready to go to work to start the third quarter. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Tackle there by Rashard Lawrence.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 80 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Play fake. Here's Willis. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Willis looking to throw it. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like he said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
And he's got this down to the 35. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Back to Taylor on first down. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They'll run the jet sweep here with Pierce. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave you...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Now Prater to add the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. That time a 9-play drive. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. Well, Charles, you and I said in intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone. that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and run for it with Connor. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Throwing now is Murray. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
Automatic first down.
Connor up the middle. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now Murray. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far and brings up 3rd down. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Here's Murray. And that will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack. On 3rd down, it's Willis. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. On the slant, complete to Hopkins. He's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They run behind center with Connor. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down, at least at first glance, as they spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 30 inches. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Murray going to throw. He'll dump this one off to Connor. Call it a gain of a yard, and that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw is Murray. Over the middle, complete. That's Moore. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Murray to Moore for the Cardinal first.
Like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
1st down, Murray. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Second and 7. Throwing again, Murray. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Is that the flag?
Can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. Murray to Moore, 1st down, Arizona. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw here into the hands of Moore. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. And Charles, of interest here, that last throw is going to put him over 20,000 yards passing for his career. It's not a bad number.
You're exactly right about that, and even though it's nowhere near the top of the leaderboard, because when you think about it, Brady and Breeze, they've done that 4 times over. But when you hit 20,000, let's face it, only a little over 100 guys have ever done that in the NFL. It's worthy of some applause.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19. Murray now to throw. It's complete to Hopkins. They just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. That catch puts him 80 away from 1,000. He's now at 920, and 920, that ties him with Torrey Holt.
That's a great name to remember, but the number 920 almost boggles the mind, doesn't it? You're talking about 80 catches away from 1,000. What a phenomenal achievement. If he gets there, they have no reason.
And he is in.
Yeah, both of, I just gave them both of these tonight. Hey, I looked at the Z-tickets. There's no lions, tigers, zebras, but hyenas. So, yeah. Yeah, it says that they're just starting the 3rd phase of their construction. I don't know. That's my girls didn't really give me any ideas. After this game, I'm about to go pick up your car. Yeah, I mean, we could. That's what I was thinking. Girls, you want to go to the Dallas Zoo?
Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers.
Everything.
The decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. As the Colts offense makes their way out, we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. Well, here we sit, week 17. Just one more week in the regular season after this one. So if you're one of these teams trying to make a move,
double check their website. I checked their website.
Charles, you better make that move now.
And these final games are often a good barometer for all those teams fighting for position or a wild card spot. They have to be able to get the job done these last 2 weeks before things get even tougher when the playoffs officially begin.
A good pickup there at 22.
I think the Dallas dude has that new has a new baby elephant. No, it's a hippo baby.
That's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Why not, baby? It's the same thing.
Power play up the middle coming out, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill.
We don't have. I don't think there's any kids movies out right now, baby.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
And nowhere to run for Willis. He goes down. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. A 40-yard punt, no return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. 57 yards on the ground for the
I don't think anyone thought we'd see a run facing 2nd and that long, and that element of surprise, I think helped make that play so successful. Nice effort on that carry, and it took what seemed like 2nd and impossible. Now has him within throwing range of a 1st down.
Toward the sideline, and he will have the 1st down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. Now this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. He'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. To throw is Murray. He's got McBride. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you're trying to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Second down, another run with Taylor. Calling a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he is going to have a Colts 1st down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll try the left side with Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few
biscuits.
short of the first
But we gotta
down.
go get Mommy's car first.
It's a 7-yard run, but it does
What?
bring up 4th down. And a timeout comes in.
I don't think gravy. I don't think I have sausage.
Seconds remaining. So here's the veteran kicker, Matt Prater. This from long, very long range. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts.
Okay, well then maybe we can go get some after we get Mommy's car then.
We take a break.
We just got stuff to do, Poe.
And now an all rest on the right foot of their kicker. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And he's gonna miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and that changes everything here at OT. If the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So it's the Cardinals set to receive it. They'll look for a winning drive as we get this overtime period started. And no return here to begin the overtime session. That'll be a touchback. The Cardinals offense ready to set up shop. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
What will they draw up to try to keep this opening drive of overtime moving? 3rd and 7. First throw of overtime for Murray. And this pass broken up.
Oh my God, dude.
Contact well timed there. And now 4th down. The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Gotta punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First throw of overtime, Willis. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. To throw again on 2nd down. Willis.
Thank you.
And that nearly picked off. Oh, that would have been a big INT here in overtime. Instead, we'll get another shot on 3rd down. Now Willis on 3rd down. And he's knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
This will be fielded at the 17. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. There are no flags. He's into the end zone.
Touchdown.
And an amazing return. wins it in OT. And partner, not every day that we get to call a game that ends in a punt return in overtime. It was a great 4 quarters, and then the electric play there to end it in OT.
A little bonus football for us.
God. No, game.